Man. Let me see. All right. We're back. I wanted to go live on my computer, but I guess when you set it up that you want to go live on the phone, that's what it's gonna be. So shout out Pilo. At the end of the day, the U is better when players from the crib is on the field. I don't disagree with that statement. So, got a lot to talk about. Got a short period of time to do it. Let me see something here. I'm trying to. Golly, I forgot my doggone computer is touchscreen. So let me see something. God dog it. Okay, let's keep that right there. Lives. Okay, I'm gonna look at it from over there. Okay, Canes Dolphin 89. What's good? We're gonna rock it out like that. Live chat showing up pretty good on the phone. We're gonna rock it out like that. Let me see. What's up, Wayne? And I guess I'll reply to the chat on my phone. Tanisha Barton, great to have you here. QB, Mr. QB, I'm gonna start calling you Mr. Out of Control on Twitter. That's what I'm gonna start calling you. But anyway, a lot to talk about, a short time to do it. Game was played Saturday. Can't be mad at the game, honestly. It played out the way that I figured that it would play out. Any Kane fan that felt there was gonna be a blowout, I feel like you're kind of close to the edge. You need to take a step back. Any Florida State fan that felt there was going to be a blowout, again, you was a little bit too high on yourself, right? So I felt the need to take some notes. So I went back to 2000, right? So that's 23 years worth of games, including this particular year. And in 23 games, there's only been 6 blowouts. And what I consider a blowout is a win in which the winning team won by 3 or more possessions. So in that particular time frame, there's only been 6 games like that. Miami has won 3 games like that. Florida State has won 3 games like that, right? Zero targets to a tight end. Please talk about the lack of tight end play in Dawson's scheme. Oh, we're going to talk about that. You know, Ken Dorsey's available. So, you know we're going to get to that. But in those particular games, obviously, the first game in which a team won by 3 or more possessions was 2001. Miami won by 22 points. The following year in 2002, we only won by 1 point off a missed field goal. So then we have to go all the way from 2001 all the way to 2010, where Florida State won by 28 points. But then the following year, they only won by 4. Then we go to 2013. Florida State won by 27. The following year, they only won by 4. So then we go to 2019 and then 2020, which when Florida State was just god-awful. We won by 17 and 42. But in 2021, we only won, Florida State won by 3. Last year, they won by 42. And this year, they only won by 7, right? So that's the history, right? So a team blows one team out. The next game is a little bit tighter, right? So that's our 0-1 team. That's their 2013 team. And the following year, with, I think, equally as good as teams as the previous year for both teams, you know, they won. They didn't win by much. So, Canes Dolphins, your shot. This Canes team show a lot of heart and fight. That is something we haven't seen in a while. Wayne, Ken Dorsey going to take a bag that I'm not sure we're willing to give. QB, we always had heart, Wayne, but coach needs to put them in positions to succeed. Okay, Mr. Overdose, what's good? So, we'll talk about the defense first. I know one of the things that I was concerned about, I can't speak for everybody else. I'm sorry if I'm looking off because like I say, my computer screen is literally right here, and I hate that I could not go live on my computer. I'm stuck on the phone. But one of the concerns that I had was that, hey, look, Darryl Porter was down, and Devontae Brown has not played the best this particular year, so obviously the secondary was a concern of mine. And to be honest, based on the receivers that they played against, I think the secondary actually, in my opinion, played one of the better games that they've played all season. In my opinion, right? At least from a coverage standpoint. I know Johnny Wilson, I think what he had 8 for 92. I think he dropped a couple of passes, but he didn't get in the end zone. Keon Coleman had that one particular catch that he had for a touchdown, but obviously he ended the game, 4 catches, 24 yards, 1 touchdown. I know that's one of the things that's kind of, going on Twitter. And shout out to Devontae Brown because that pass interference call that he got on Keon Coleman, that's the type of pass interference call we want you to get. Don't give up 6. If he beats you, grab him. But if the man runs a stop route, there's no need for you to do all that extra stuff, right? So that's the type of pass interference call that, hey, you're not gonna get any flack from me about it. You know what I mean? Um, I felt the linebackers played great. I think this was probably, in my opinion, the best game that they played collectively, right? I know PFF had those grades in like the 60s, but from the eye test, that was the best game I've seen all year. And I'm knocking on wood. This is literally a wood that's I have. I'm knocking on wood. We are so lucky, bro, that our top three linebackers have been able to play every game, not miss, snaps, not miss anything, and maintain that level of play throughout the entire year. Pilo said, "How in the heck is the little brother better than the big brother?" Um, I'm not gonna say they're better. I mean, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not. But the linebacker play was fantastic, man. Kiko making some big plays in the backfield. Wes Saint on the safety, like, bro, hey, I'm not even gonna jump off the cliff about the safety because it's just like at some point, it's like, how does this happen twice in the same year? Like how does this happen in the same twice in the same to the same team? Um, that's awful. You know what I mean? That's really awful. I haven't seen anyone make mention about what the ACC said about that particular call. I mean, it is Tuesday, so I don't know if they're gonna say something about it tomorrow or whatever the situation is. But it's like, bro, there's no way in the world you cannot say there was not a safety. Now, I saw some Florida State fans, and obviously this is what they're going to do, and they said, hey, well, look, Jordan Travis was trying to go upfield, and Wes Saint hit him and took him back into the end zone. So I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Um, D line was solid. Didn't really see Bane jump off the screen very much. I think teams are realizing, hey, we need to make sure we get multiple bodies on 44. Leonard Taylor made a couple of plays, so that was good to see, but not really anything of note. Mr. Overdose, the ACC ain't gonna say nothing. The broadcast staff even wanted an explanation and not get it. That's effed up. Yeah, it really is. It really is. Like I said, I try not to get upset because when I was watching the game, I was actually at a sports bar because I was out of town. And so me and all the guys at the table, we sitting like, okay, well, the score's about to be 10-9. We're gonna get the ball back. There's no way they can't, that's a safety. And I was kind of reading the referee's lips. And it was like the referee said the ball did not completely go into the end zone, like it didn't completely cross the plane. I'm like, bro, wait a minute now. Is this what we standing on? So when they said it, we didn't get the ball back. What was it like? It was like 2nd and 34 when they got the ball back. So I mean, while I would have loved the safety, I would have loved the safety. I think, I mean, it could have changed momentum, but I didn't think it was as backbreaking as it quite possibly could have been. But it's still a messed up call. I'm not taking ACC referees off the hook by any stretch of the imagination, but I didn't think that it was at that time in the game. I didn't think that was as bad, as let's say the Don Chaney fumble or none fumble, right? In a situation like that, you absolutely have to make that call because it's like, look, bro, there's only so many plays left. And for you to give them that at that time, if it was a similar situation with Georgia Tech, I don't. I probably would have flew off the handle. I mean, I really would. I try to stay calm watching games, but it's like, bro, you cannot continue to do a team like that, a program. You know what I mean? It's like that's twice in the same year. That's twice, and I don't know. The back-breaking call was Restrepo lead blocking. Hey, QB, I got a joke for that. When I get around to the offense, I have a joke for that. I got a joke. But I thought the defense played well. I was looking at PFF earlier this yesterday, and I was kind of looking at how this defense compares from the way PFF measures it to the 2018 unit, and it is just, I mean, it is just behind the 2018 unit. Now, obviously, we still got 2 games left, so it very well could surpass the 2018 unit. But I think what's so, at least for me, I don't know how the rest of y'all feel, but it seems like this defense, it's not enough praise that we can heap on them, right? So we talk about the Diaz era from 16 to 18. We remember the 17 defense the most. And obviously, we remember the 17 defense the most because, we had the Notre Dame game, right? But also, it was like all those turnovers that we got, all those extra possessions that we gave the offense. And in a lot of games, we needed those extra possessions to help the offense get into the end zone. But it seems like this defense, now, obviously, I see that Coach Guidry has been nominated for the Broyles Award and is well deserved. But I don't think we're really respecting this defense the way that we really should. Because obviously we got Bain, we got Kiko, we got James, we got Cam, but it doesn't seem like, at least over the last couple of weeks, Bain has been kind of neutralized because teams are focusing on him. But it was like that 2017 unit was like, bro, every week JJ's gonna make a play, right? Or Red Wine's gonna make a play. You know what I mean? Or someone on the defensive line, RJ is having an out of control game. And it's like we're not seeing that. It's like this is just a solid group defense, right? Similar to the 2018 defense, right? And we're not necessarily getting the turnovers. We have gotten turnovers, but we're not. It's like we're not getting the turnovers, right? And that's why a lot of people, myself included, we feel like the 2017 defense was better because not only were they stopping people, they were also turning the ball over at a high clip. But we were not necessarily turning the ball. We're not getting turnovers at a high clip right now. But this is a good defense, man. Like just sitting back and looking at it, you know, at least me, I don't think a lot of us are going to appreciate this defense until the season is over. In all actuality, Pilo, I was talking about Damari Brown being better than Devontae Brown. Oh, bro, man, man, Damari is so much better than his older brother right now, man. Oh, you asking how? I'm gonna tell you how. It's simple. Um, Damari is I don't know. I don't know. You know what? Let me take that back. I don't know how he's better. I don't know, but I'm happy that he is. But Damari Brown is nice. You know what I mean? He's nice. And for him to be out there on Keon Coleman like that and not back down, man, that's commendable. I saw someone put like, "Hey, we're one shutdown corner away from having an elite defense," and I think, hey, man, Damari Brown, he. I don't like putting lofty expectations on guys, but Damari Brown is in a position right now to be the best corner that we've had since Antrell Rowe. Am I aiming a little bit too high by saying it? Because I know we had Artie, I know we had Corn, but I didn't think Artie was just like a very very good corner. I thought Artie was a decent corner. Tyreek was a solid corner, but I think Damari Brown. Because I'm gonna tell you what's interesting about this, right? And this may be me nitpicking, me being a little, biased. But I remember watching Artie Burns as a freshman, and I remember how Devontae Parker put him on that summer jam screen. Like he caught the ball off like Artie head, back in 13 against Louisville. And not holding it against Artie, but I think Damari Brown's performance against Keon Coleman is much better than what Artie Burns put up against Devontae Parker. And we know that Keon Coleman is a much better athlete than Wayne. You may be laughing because, yeah, now that I think about it, that is a pause moment. So let me pause that. Pause. Pause. Ball off a head. That is wild. Yo, that's crazy. Um, that's crazy. Yo, I gotta chill out. But back to serious. What you say, QB Henry Brown? Yeah, if we want to call someone Henry, there we go right there, right? And this is great because it's gonna make us, kind of forget Buddy over there in Colorado. That type of performance right there, it's gonna make us kind of overlook it. And let's not forget, Richards, 25. You know, again, he was a big time, get in terms of in the portal. A guy that has SEC size. Let me see. Yo, shot. I won't be shocked that Mario brings Ken Dorsey on as a co-OC, a QB coach, and in my opinion, that would help us, bro. I'm gonna address that when we get to the offensive side because I think back to some of the lies that I do, and it's like I kind of talk about the defense, and then I get straight to the offense because that's where like all the headlines are at, and I just want to talk about the defense more because just like what I'm saying, all the headlines are on the offense. TVD, Jakari, Emery, the tight ends, running backs, Ken Dorsey, all that good stuff like that. But it's like it's not enough being talked about the defense. So let me cook on the defense a little bit more. Um, Richards, bro. I mean that's for two freshmen. Well, one's a redshirt freshman to be put in that situation against obviously a top five, maybe a top 10 wide receiver in Keon Coleman, and then Johnny Wilson's probably gonna get drafted maybe in the later rounds because they probably gonna punish him because of his catching and stuff like that. Um, Pilo said I was crying tears of joy seeing Bang getting doubled on that non-safety on that no safety call. I'm extremely proud of the defense. They standing on business. Most definitely, they standing on business, bro. Like they standing on business, and like I told my guy brother Jay Blaze, I told brother Jay Blaze I don't listen to post game pressers, right? But I just happened to see that clip from earlier in the week, or maybe it was last week. Well, of course it was last week when Coach Gidry said, "Look, our job is to play better than the other team's defense. That's all we're worried about." And that's such a simple statement, but it's such a profound statement at the same time because it's like, look, bro, my job is to make sure that our guys are in a position. Hey, Ellen, our guys are in a position that they prevent the other defense from outplaying us, right? Prevent us from so basically what that means in a nutshell is that if we keep their offense off the field, I mean if we can force them to turn the ball over, if we can force them to three and out, and the other defense is not forcing our offense to do that, we win. And in the grand scheme of things, we'll win the game. So that's the way I look at it. And it's so and the thing about it is the defense has kept us, you know what I mean, has kept us in the game, have kept us in games all season. Like I said, this is like 2018 all over again. But like I said, it's like we kind of forget 2018 because we're so focused on 2017. And I kind of see some of that going on kind of like right now because a lot of people are talking about, hey, could you imagine what this defense is going to look like next year? Right. And I'm thinking like, yeah, it very well could look very, very good because from a linebacker standpoint, we have some much faster, more athletic linebackers. We're talking about Najee Kelly, Ruben Bain, Jaden Wayne. We're talking about those guys, along the defensive line. We're talking about a faster safety tandem, in my opinion. From a cornerback position, you're talking Damari Brown, you're talking Richards. Um, I don't think Daryl Porter Jr. can come back because I was looking. Daryl Porter Jr. is a red shirt junior, so I don't even know if Daryl Porter Jr. even has any eligibility left to come back next year. But we're just talking about the front line, and then obviously, you know, you still got some guys in the portal. So even with maybe some defections from this defense, and obviously we gotta get the defensive tackle situation straightened out. But bro, we could be much faster on defense next year than we are this year. And that's scary to think about, right? But again, like I said, a lot of us we excited about the next year defense, and it's like, but bro, we really need to take time to appreciate this defense right here because we've been so bad on defense starting in 2019. So think about this: 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. We've been bad on defense for roughly, might as well say, a whole recruiting cycle. 4 years. We've been bad on defense. And we're really good right now. We're really good right now. Like I said, we're not perfect, but we're really good. And kudos to Guidry because, again, preseason, my biggest thing was when you got the G5 coordinator, are they going to try to overcompensate because they're used to doing that because they've always been in a talent deficiency. And Guidry has been magnificent. He's been marvelous. And if there's been an issue or there's been something a team has been able to attack, we've addressed it. Now, what's going to be interesting this week against Louisville, I was watching a little of the Louisville game last Thursday, is if they go hurry up, are we going to be able to get the calls in a lot quicker so they don't take advantage of us, right? So Kane said, in my opinion, our offense and defense are much improved from last year. Um, the defense is. The offense right now is right now. The offense is almost right there where we were at last year. Um, to be honest, that's just me though. But I think the offense is kind of like where it's at. Like again, bro, we've gone from averaging 35 points a game to we're down to like 21 points a game since conference play has started. In conference play, I'll say. I don't know what the overall number is, but that's the way I look at it. Um, yeah, QB, our offensive. QB from an offensive standpoint, I think the offensive line is a lot better. You know what I mean? Obviously, that's noticeable. But the thing about it, and that's a good statement, QB. Our talent is better on offense, but not exactly better. And I don't know if this is the point that you're trying to make, but what I take from that statement is that, bro, we are so much better on offense from a talent standpoint that we actually should be better on offense, but we're not. And that's crazy to me. Um, Wayne Smith, our defense performed like that with an offense who couldn't really move the ball and sustain the drive. Wayne, that's what I'm saying. Like I said, it's 2018 all over again. Like I said, I know some people how they feel about PFF, but like I said, I'm looking at PFF, and this defense is like right there with the 2018 unit, right? Which was a very, very good unit. And I think that was a time where it was some dissension within the locker room where the defense was a little bit more upset with the offense. And obviously the 2018 offense was much worse than what we're dealing with right now. If we really, if we're being real, they're much worse. Um, you know, but, both units are not, they're not allowing for that. They're not allowing for their play to dissipate just because of what the offense is doing. Kiko is a monster. Yeah, Kiko is a monster. Like Kiko is a monster. I was less concerned with Gidry than Dawson for one big reason. They're gonna go hurry up. Everybody plays tempo. Yeah, you know. Ellen said I felt like I was in the twilight zone in the post game show. People were happy with how the offense played. Ellen, y'all steady talking about the offense. I'm trying to talk about the defense because, like I said, when we get on the offense, bro, I'm about to. Y'all see the thumbnail. Moral victories are okay in a rebuild. I'm asking a question. But Kiko, man, you know what? full transparency here, bro. I wanted to see what Kiko was gonna do here. That's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see what Kiko Mary Noah was gonna do here, right? Because I know how people felt about Corey Flagg and all that stuff like that. But I wanted to see Kiko. I wanted to see what Kiko was gonna do. And Kiko he's exceeded my expectations. I mean, I'm not even gonna sit up here and lie. He's exceeded my expectations. He's about business. He's about, you know, making the play. He looks to be very instinctual. He looks to be very smart, and I think he and Flag, they work off each other so well, right? And us incorporating that third linebacker, whether it's Cloyd or whether it's West Saint, I think that's been very good. Like, bro, when's the last time we had three linebackers playing well at the same exact time? Like, when? When was the last time? Now, not saying Cloyd plays well every single game, but a combination between him and West Saint, they've given us a steady third linebacker. When is the last time we could say that? What, maybe back when Randy was here? That we've had three linebackers? I mean, we could talk about the linebacker core when we were here with Shaq and Pink and Zach McLeod, but they weren't as consistent as these guys are, right? Pink would have a couple of games where you're like, Pink, what you doing? What you doing? Shaq was always steady Eddie. Um, but again, this is what's interesting though. We're having one of those same situations now that we were kind of concerned about under Manny, which is like, bro, a safety is our leading tackler. Like Kiko is not our leading tackler. James Williams is our leading tackler. So, um, so that's kind of how I'm looking at it. I don't want the chat to get too far away. That's why I'm glad I'm looking over here. They rely on the running game. Jordan is hobbled, so we can key on Plummer. Okay, okay. Yeah, I was kind of watching. I thought Louisville was gonna lose for a minute. I didn't even know the game was on until I saw QB had tweeted about it. I was like, "What? Louisville playing tonight?" And so I kind of watched the game. But I, like, bro, you know what's crazy about this? It's like I look like Louisville actually has like statistically a good defense. So that's crazy to me, especially the last couple times we played. But yeah, their run game is nice. So we're gonna handle it. Uh, QB said Henry blinded people. Ellen said, "LOL, we're not worried about the defense. They've come a long way." Wes X was said, curious what our freshman linebackers are looking like in practice. Man, I think I think they're gonna look good, man. It's just about the placement, right? We always know Popo is the prototypical Mike. We gotta figure out what we're gonna do with Malik Bryant, um, which he was my favorite recruit of the last cycle. So, like, bro, it's gonna be, bro, the defense is gonna be so nice, bro. It's gonna be so good. Um, I think if think about this, if Kiko comes back, right, which I think he should, in all actuality, which I think he will, just because I think if Kiko leaves, obviously Jaden Wayne is here, but just being able to play with your brother 1 year, I think you would want to play with your brother 2 years, right? So that way Kiko can, still man the middle, and that helps bring the younger linebackers on a little bit more. And I think this particular offseason, this is when Zoe is going to earn his money. Because Zoe, that's the job that he's had in the NFL, evaluating talent, being a scout, giving guys grades. So Zoe can look at draft grades from these guys and say, look, this guy, this grade is BS. This is what they're really looking at. So some guys are really gonna come back. Now, obviously, we still gonna have some guys that are gonna say, look, hey, look, man, I'm betting on myself. I got a family to feed. I'm cool. Yeah, that's all right. But bro, you never know what can happen, right? You have some situations like that's still in the back of people's minds though. Like the Jalen what's the guy? Jalen Smith, the big time linebacker from Notre Dame, played in the bowl game, blew out his knee, still went in the second round, but he was never the same player that he was, right? Marshawn Lattimore, even Willis McGahee. So that's still gonna be in the back of players' mind. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, so it's not so much about you know NIL getting them back. It's so much. It's about, bro. I'm so close to being here. I just want to make, you know what I'm saying? I just want to make it to the league, right? So I understand what you're saying, Zoe, but I may have to bet on myself. You know what I mean? So that's the way I'm looking at it. Um, QB said defense went from bad to close to elite in 1 year, but we need 5 years. You know, QB, 2025. 2025. V12 had a huge smile. Hey, my boy V12. Hey, V12 was on that Henry Williams vibe for a second. I had to wipe my eyes. I said, what did V12 just say? Wayne, I didn't believe in Kiko before the season. I felt like he was just blitzing the A gap whenever he wanted and wasn't really reading or reacting. He has had a pretty good season, but after FSU, I can't say nothing bad about Kiko. Now, I can't say nothing bad about Kiko either, right? Because he's coming to building. He's the Mike linebacker. You know what I mean? And like I said, it would be really huge. You know what I'm saying? If he's able to come back next year, because that's what we need. You know, not saying that Popo and the other freshmen, like, they can't just jump right in and play right now, but it'll be good because it'll be good competition. Because it's like, okay, now you're practicing against the guy right now, but next year you're practicing against the guy to see if you can take reps from him, right? So y'all are going to be practicing and looking to take reps from guys who are all conference level guys, right? And so I think that's going to push West Besant, because West Besant's going to be a junior, so he's going to be looked at to try to be a leader, you know what I mean, on the team if Kiko doesn't come back, but I think Kiko may come back. So, you know, I got my fingers crossed for that. Shy, please tell me James and Cam give us 1 more year. P-Lo, I can I can tell you that, but that doesn't mean that's what's gonna happen. Uh, I don't know the context of what it was, but somebody reshared something on Twitter where James was like, "Hey, I got a family to feed," so I don't know, bro. It's so much speculation going on right now, but it's crazy. Eldred said maybe players run it back like FSU. I mean, it's possible. You know what I'm saying? It's possible. But you know what, Eldred, you know what I'm gonna say about that? I think that's gonna be very dependent upon if we can get a quarterback, a good, a good quarterback in the portal. I think it's gonna be very dependent upon that. Because it's like I'm risking injury, right? Which and think about this for James. Just think about James for instance, right? James was hurt. James was hurt as a freshman because a lot of us forget that James had was it his AC, not his ACL, but James had surgery after his freshman year, right? So James was hurt his freshman year. Then we know last year he was playing with the torn labrum. So this year's the first year since James has been here that James has been healthy. So it's almost like from James' perspective, it's like, okay, I've been hurt 2 years. I've been healthy this particular year. Should I test? Like, should I try to do it again? Should I try to put 2 healthy years on film, or should I just go ahead while my value is at its highest right now? I'm healthy. I'm not injured, so I don't have to spend half of the offseason rehabbing. I can just attack it right now. So I don't know. Like I said, it's gonna be a lot of interesting conversations with Zoe about what guys are gonna do. I would love for James to come back. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I mean, it's much easier. It's a much easier sell to get guys to come back after 10-3. Eldridge, and a lot of people was talking about, hey, Clemson was able to get guys to come back. Yeah, you can get guys to come back if they just played the national championship game. See, that's the pretense of this. I don't see no one talking about guys coming back from a team that went maybe 6-6, 7-5, or 8-4 or something like that. I don't see those guys, biting to come back, right? Even though it seems like we're kind of close to something, but we don't know what it is that we're close to. We don't know if we're closer to moving forward. We don't know if we're close to just staying where we are. You know what I mean? But it would do wonders if the defense was able to come back. A lot of those guys would come back. But I'd say, like I said, I think they would be dependent upon, what's going on with the wide receiver. With the quarterback position. That's my thought process. Wayne said, I like James to go to the league. Yeah, it's up to him. You know what I mean? Cam, to me, Cam, to me, Cam looks like the type of guy that probably would want to come back, right? Now you got these mock drafts that got Cam as the first safety off the board. I don't know what the first safety off the board means that you're going to go in the first round. I don't know what the first safety off the board. Just because you're the first safety off the board, again, like I say, these guys are gonna have to test. They're gonna go to the combine and stuff like that. So a preseason like Mel Kiper, what he's doing right now. Just because you're the first rated safety right now, it doesn't mean that you're gonna be the first safety drafted. It's about basically how a team is gonna use their safety. Cam is a throwback safety. He's a ball hawk, right? So that's big in the NFL. He's a ball hawk. He's instinctual, but Cam still takes some risks that he shouldn't be taking, right? And so I think when some teams turn on some tape, that's going to be one of the first things that they talk about. And we don't know how fast Cam is, but I tell you what, that play where the Florida State receiver caught the screen across the middle, I meant the slant across the middle, and I thought he was, he was out of here. Cam got on his horse, and Cam tracked him down. And I said, bro, that's the fastest I've seen Cam run since he's been here. So how fast is Cam really? I think that's what's going to, you know what I mean, be the deciding factor about where Cam is drafted. Like, how are you testing? You know what I'm saying? How are you testing? OG Kane, salute. How are you going to test? So I think that's going to be the biggest thing. Same thing with James. How are you going to test? Even though I think James is kind of on that borderline situation where he can either be a safety or he can be a linebacker. So I think James has more value at the next level than Cam does just because of his size. But it'll be something interesting to talk about. But I'm really excited about the linebacker group next year. I'm excited about the defensive backs. Like I said, Jaden Harris is my favorite player on defense right now. So I'm excited to see exactly what it is that he's going to do next year. Arguably the fastest person, second fastest person on the team, arguably. Him, Bobby Washington, the defense could be very, very nasty next year. Like, it really could. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing about Guidry, I see that right now. We ain't got to ask Guidry no questions about why you're not playing a player. We ain't got to ask Guidry that. Like, Guidry, why are you not playing Bane? Oh, there he is. Why you not playing Wayne? Oh, there he is. Why is West not in the game? Oh, there he is. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to ask that. Now, we would like to see, maybe some Chase Smith. We would like to see some Popo. But I think that's what's going to be so key about, we already bowl eligible. That's what's going to be so key about going to a bowl game. Those practices, those extra practices. Those guys are going to play in the bowl game. You know what I'm saying? Those guys are going to play in the bowl game. OG Kane said that 7-5 looking alive right now. I was told I was crazy. We need DTs, preferably the one from Texas A&M. Wayne, somebody said that, bro, A&M does not make this move right now if they don't already have their guy locked up. They don't make that move right now. Now, who that guy is, I don't know. But like most people are saying, you don't pay a man $76 million to go away to hire maybe the hot name right now, a la Mike Elko, a la Dan Lanning. Not saying that those two guys cannot coach, but you do not pay a man $76 million to go away, and you do not hire someone that can handle, can take care of things right now. So I don't know who that person is. Obviously, most people say Urban Meyer, but if you're paying someone $76 million to go away, y'all are looking literally to invest. Like A&M is in a position right now. They're probably looking to hire someone that's already at a school right now, and not no fly by night type of guy. Like a guy. You know what I'm saying? Don't be surprised if Kelly don't snatch Guidry to LSU. OG, I see a lot of people talking about that, but I don't know. Other than him, being from Louisiana, I don't necessarily know if that's gonna be a draw for him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if there's gonna be a pull for him. You know what I mean? Now I could be wrong, but I don't necessarily think that's gonna be a pull for him. You know what I'm saying? I do think that it's gonna cause for him to get more money this particular offseason. But I see a lot of people talking about that, and is it something that I'm missing, OG Kane? Anybody? Is it something that I'm missing about this allure for him to go to LSU? Because to be honest with you, what's my man name? What's the head coach of Baylor? The hot name a couple of years ago. Um, Somebody in the chat, y'all gonna say it. What's the head coach of Baylor name right now? Um, Shoot. But whatever his name is, what's stopping Brian Kelly from going to get him? He's been at LSU before. You know, he was the defensive coordinator for them when they won a national title. I mean, I think Brian Kelly has a lot of options, you know, from a defensive coordinator perspective. Maybe an NFL guy. Aranda, yeah, QB Dave Aranda. It's nothing stopping Brian Kelly from getting Dave Aranda. Dave Aranda might get fired this year, you know. He had that one good year, and then these past 2 years, they've not been so good. And I ride through Baylor, I ride through Waco a lot of time, and they are steadily building. And they're not investing all this money because Oklahoma and Texas are leaving the Big 12. They can take up some market share. They're not about to sit there and let Dave Aranda keep doing what Dave Aranda's doing. So Dave Aranda could be on the take. Um, does Brian Kelly does he have a relationship with you know what I'm saying? I don't say, from a continuity standpoint, it don't look like Brian Kelly and it don't look like him and Lance Guidry would hit it off, shall I say. They don't like that hit it off. Wayne Smith, I think they got rid of Jumbo doing his way and not producing on Saturday. I think that was the biggest problem, so I don't know. But I do think his replacement would just be someone who listens to boosters. Wayne, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, Wayne. If you gonna pay a man $76 million to go sit at the house, and then you gonna hire a yes man, it's like you should have just kept Jimbo. Cause I think, all right now, Shy, let's get to the offense. Come on, Pilo. Come on. Come on, Pilo. Pilo, can we? You know what? You're right, Pilo. I've been talking about the defense at least about 30 minutes. All right, we'll get to Hey, I know why you're here. Man, Kelly gonna have during crawfish for Gidget. OG, hey, you saw that too? How Brian Kelly transitioned from that Notre Dame, stuff, and now he down there in Louisiana acting like he Coach O. I was waiting for him to say, how about them Tigers? I was waiting for Brian Kelly to do some crap like that. 76 million to go sit at the house. For real, Wayne. They paying, listen, they gave that man 76 million to go home. Like, buy. So you gotta be behind, bro. You gotta be behind Urban Meyer. You gotta like. I know he in some crap right now, but bro, Harbaugh, Ryan Day. I'm just throwing names out there, but like, bro, if you pay someone 76 million to go away, you are looking to hire someone that is at or above the level of Jimbo. And it's only a handful of guys at or above that level. And those guys, with the exception of Urban Meyer, are not sitting at the crib. They're they are coaching actively right now. So I don't know. Pilo said, nah, man, because I'm sick of Dawson BS and Tyler. Wayne said we should do the whole segment on offense about JB. Why wouldn't Petrino be next, especially since he already on staff? I think Petrino probably would be a decent hire, but bro, you can't pay 76 million. Bro, I don't think whoever wrote that check, because somebody said they gave them like $100-some million check at halftime. They didn't write that check for y'all to turn around and hire Mr. I want to go ride on a motorcycle. Nah, you didn't do that. And people gotta stop with the Dorsett theories. He don't want to coach kids or recruit. Bro, y'all don't want so for real, y'all don't want to talk about the defense no more. I don't want to talk about the defense. Bro, I hadn't even listen, bro. I hadn't even got, bro. I had stuff wrote down, man. I was gonna talk about Najee Kelly. I was gonna talk about how we could potentially get Cyrus Moss involved. Y'all don't want to talk about the defense no more. Defense solid, so it's man, y'all gotta stop, bruh. Why can't we talk about it? Defense is good? What more? Ellen, there's so much more to say. There's so much. Listen, yeah, listen. I got index cards to talk about the defense, and y'all want to talk about the defense. Oh man, hey, my thing failed. Yeah, come on, man. Y'all want to talk about the defense though. Hey, what you say, P-Lo? I completely understand what you mean. Defense deserve all the praise. If they were trash, we have stuff to say. Offense, either Jacob, Jaden, and Will. Oh, QB, that's terrible. Hey, QB, you seen what my man, not my man, pause. No, yo. Did you see what old buddy said about Will and Dwayne Martin? So if our offense is like that, bruh, I don't know. Eldridge says, what's up with Cyrus Moss? That's what I'm saying. They don't want to talk. They don't want to talk about Cyrus Moss. Index cards, but you have a library for offense. I wish you read Travis. Like for real. They don't want to talk about the defense no more. They want to talk about the offense. Ain't y'all tired of that? I'm watching when is LT gonna see Mr. Overdose? A good question. Ellen, you be everywhere. Hey, Mr. Overdose, I'm gonna be honest with you. He got 2 games left. Dawson is top. Yo. Yo, Philo. Bro. You need to put pause in there for saying that. You gotta put pause. For ain't no way you just said that. Bro, ain't no way you just Philo. Philo, bro. Hey, I need a moderator right now. Cause you need to be putting time out for saying. Hey, so that made Mario Tasha K because that make Mario the dude that said it because he just sitting there watching it. My chest. Bro, I can't believe Philo, bro. I can't believe, bro. I don't even want to listen. Hey, y'all chat some more. I don't even want to see that comment no more. Yo, bro, that's crazy. Ellen, stop. Ellen, stop talking about it. Bro, I was going to say Mario. Oh my God. Bro, I needed that laugh, bro. After the day I've had today, I needed that laugh. Bro, that is terrible. I can't believe you just said that. Bro, if I were recording this on my phone, I would most definitely take a picture of it. I don't even want to read. I don't even want to read it no more. Hey, Mr. Overdose. Let me get back to Mr. Overdose. When is LT gonna live up to the expectation? Bruh, I don't know. He got 2 games left. He got 2 games left, bro. He got 2 games left. But you know what I think about LT though, for real. I think LT may actually blossom once he gets to the NFL. That's what I say about that. I think like you know how we've said for years how our players perform so much better in the NFL versus how they perform here. I think that's gonna be the case for LT. Like, but what's different about LT is we seen the flashes, right? We've seen the flashes, and so I think the NFL is gonna get it. It's gonna get it out of him. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way I look at it. Eldridge said, "What's up with Cyrus Miles?" I don't know, bro. I know. Excuse me. I know there was some rumblings about some stuff that maybe his pops had said in some spaces or something like that. I don't know. So I know he was a big time get, was able to flip him from the University of Oregon. But, I don't know, man. That's one thing I will say about Mario. I may not give Mario a lot of kudos and a lot of credit, but I will say this. If you ain't performing, Mario is gonna recruit over you. He's gonna recruit over you. I mean, he, so that's one thing I can say about him. He's going to recruit over you. If you're not performing, you are going to get recruited over. So that's one thing I do like about Coach Cristobal and staff, right? I just can't give all the kudos to Coach Cristobal and the staff. QB said the defense is the oldest. You right. The defense is the oldest. Ain't nobody coming here to see you, but I'm coming here to see the defense. Um, Wayne said LT do a lot for this defense. Yeah, he does. He does. I mean, but obviously, we want him to do a little bit more. So LT is another DJ Ivy. No, because we really didn't see DJ Ivy flash. If I say anything, LT gonna be another Tyreek Stevenson. I say that because we saw Tyreek flash a little bit, but then we was like we want you to turn into that number one corner, and like it's almost like we got it, but we didn't get it. You know what I'm saying? Especially for the type of freak athlete that Tyreek Stevenson is, and like he's up there balling out for the Bears. You know what I'm saying? So I could see LT in a similar situation like that, where like he's balling out, where it's like it's just straight football. You know what I'm saying? He taking on doubles. He's a guy that the offense has a scheme for. Yeah, I mean, he's doing it. You know what I'm saying? He's doing it. But you know what, Wayne? I know you know what it is. It's because of what Bain has done. It's because of what Bain has done. And it's like, bro, why couldn't we see that from LT a little bit more? You know what I'm saying? Obviously, they play two different positions. Because honestly, it's almost like, when I think about LT, you know who I think about? I think about Dominique Easley. And if any of y'all remember Dominique Easley, we got a front row seat to Dominique Easley back in 2013 when we played Florida. And they had Dominique Easley. He would line up at the tackle. He would line up at the end. Wherever, Will Muschamp could put that young man, and he balled. And so it's kind of like, how we talk about we didn't use Brashard a lot. It's like, bro, a guy with the talent of LT, why not put him out on the edge? You know what I'm saying? Why not, why not do that? Why not put him on the tackle? You know what I mean? Don't just relegate him to be in the middle. So I think that could have been that. Or like how Ndamukong Suh, just like dominated his way into the Heisman role, that particular year. But yeah, that's when I think about LT is like, sometimes, but his career is about over in terms of I think he's gonna leave. But you kind of think about stuff like that, like, man, maybe we could have lined him up at defensive end a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? Just to get a different look. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like what we're doing with Harrison Hunt right now. Harrison Hunt, when he gets in at kind of like edge right now, it's like, bro, like if we were in a 3-4 defense right now, like, bro, it would be on and popping. You know what I'm saying? If Al Golden could have got his hands on a nucleus, a core like this, it'd be crazy. What were you gonna say about Kelly? I was gonna say, man, Kelly got an opportunity to shine. Because Kelly is sitting back watching Bain, and Bain is doing a lot of this work from the position that Kelly was playing. And Kelly knows that next year it gotta be foot to floor. It gotta be foot to floor. Because Bain is not taking a step back for nobody. So that's gonna be a nice little competition, because I think we probably will try to go get an edge guy in the portal. I do think that. Were the recruits at the game also impressed with Miami? I don't know. I don't keep up with recruiting. I have no idea. I saw an article today on 247 about Will Fong talking about something about, maybe JoJo Trader, maybe thinking about flipping. Obviously you got the situation with Chance Robinson. So I don't know. Maybe they were. Depending on who you listen to, some people say they were. They were encouraged by what they saw from Emory, or Hemery, as they say. Okay, I can agree with that. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, they had to be impressed with the defense. Ellen said, "I'm rooting for Kelly. I was in school with his mom, and his grandfather was my coach in middle school." Okay, 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 that's cool. Um, I don't have nothing else to say about the defense. So let me scroll up. Let me scroll up. Uh, let me scroll up and let's if they flip, they flip. You right now, son. If they flip, they flip. It is what. That's why I say I don't. That's why I do not get involved in recruiting because people fall in love with these players, and if they leave or whatever, then you go from praising them to now wow. Nah, what those index cards said? No more. Nah, ain't no more index cards, bro. Y'all told me what QB say. QB said, "Ain't nobody here to see you, Otis. Ain't nobody here to see defense." Special teams. Special teams. Bro, we let Keon Coleman make a huge play on that punt. Like we really did. Like I don't know who the first person was that missed the tackle, but I don't think Keon Coleman is that elusive to force a missed tackle like that. But I mean, he's an athlete. You know what I'm saying? And that was a big time play. You know. But kudos to the special teams for getting the onside kick. So that was good. Borregales missed another field goal. So hopefully he's not getting a case of the yips, as they say. Some fans sent flippers. Oh, death threats and all this. They do too much. They get too involved in it. It's like you're. It's one thing to live vicariously through other people. It's another, it's also another thing to live vicariously through your children. But it's a whole other thing to live vicariously through a 17, 18-year-old that had the opportunity to go to your favorite college school. That's crazy. To me, that's crazy. Travis Green. Yeah, I know they would say there was some issues with the snap, though. I do know that. I remember they said that, you know. But that's kind of what it is. But as far as special teams, I think they've been solid. Joe Joyce has been straight. Borregales has been straight. So I really can't say nothing about it. It's more so about, like I say, maybe the coverage and maybe the lack of explosiveness that we've had, in the return game, a lot. Brashard ran a kickback. Brashard has had some nice returns. So to be honest, I think the special teams, at least from a return standpoint, has been better this year than it has been in a couple of years. Maybe going back to 20. When did Stacy and them come? 2013. Pause. I don't need to know when Stacy came. So anyway, let's talk about the offense. Let's talk about the offense. That's what y'all are here for. Apparently, I thought we were here to talk about the defense, but y'all want to talk about the offense. What is there to talk about? When are we gonna make Brashard a focal point? Look at Wayne. As soon as I said offense, Wayne said, "Let me take this from the draft and let me submit this. Take this from the draft." Claude, look, where are these offensive questions coming from? I'm tripping. No, I'm chilling. I never saw him repair himself a significant injury, so why is he apparently out of the rotation? Claude, if I understood the running back rotation, I probably would know the numbers to win the Powerball. If I did, if I understood the running back rotation, I promise you, I would probably know the numbers to the Powerball, and I would be going live every single day because that would become my job because I wouldn't have to worry about money no more. If I knew about the running back rotation, I promise you, I would know the Powerball numbers. Somebody, Wayne, you asked about the tight ends, bro. I don't know. I mean, I really do not know. Like I said at the beginning of the season, I didn't really make that big of a deal about it because I felt like it's rare to have an offense that is getting the ball to the receivers at the clip that we were getting them to, while also getting the ball to the tight end. But now it's like we can't get the ball to the receivers. Still not getting the ball to the tight end, and running backs are just non-existent in the pass game. So look at all these offensive questions. Y'all, boy, y'all are something else, bro. Wayne, we got 2 games left. I think Groove put that like Brashard has like 26 total touches the entire season. 26 total touches. That's crazy. That's asinine when you think about it. Like probably the most explosive player on the offense, and he only has 26 total touches. That's crazy. So, I know somebody asked the question. They was like, "Hey, look, if TVD goes down and Jakari doesn't play or doesn't want to play, who's gonna be the quarterback?" And some people were talking about some of the walk-ons, and I'm like, bro, we ain't gotta have a quarterback. Just somebody that can throw a screen. Anybody can do that. Throw a screen and maybe throw a 50-50 ball to Kobe and run the ball. So I don't really think it's we not we at some point we gotta realize, look, this the offense that we saw. It's almost like it's a mirage right now. What we saw the first 4 games, that's a mirage. Like that didn't happen. Texas A&M, that didn't happen. Like those games, that did not happen. So it's crazy. Then we see 26. Who is 26? Who is 26? I don't know these players' numbers. I'm sorry. Mario took away. Wait a minute. But yeah, Claude, getting back to that. I don't know. But at one point I thought I had a handle on it because I'm like, okay, Don Chaney, quote unquote, fumbled against Georgia Tech. So he didn't really get a significant role the next week. Then Henry Parrish fumbled against North Carolina. And the next week, he didn't really get a significant role, right? Then A.J. Allen gets hurt, and then Mark Fletcher comes back. Doesn't Mark Fletcher have like 2 fumbles on the year? So, I don't know, bro. Like, I thought I had it. Like, hey, if you fumble the ball, Mario's going to not let you. Did we see 26? Did we see 20? Oh, did we see him? I don't know, Ellen. I don't know. I don't know where Groove got that number from. Not saying that he's lying, but that was a number that he said. We know he ran the kickback. We know he ran the 80-yarder. I think he's gotten a pop pass. Let me see. Let's see can we get close to 26. He ran a kickback against Clemson. He had 4 rushes. He had a rush against Florida State. So that's 5. He caught the long touchdown against North Carolina. That's 6. I want to say he got a pop pass, so that's 7. So we got 7 out of 26 touches. So we got 19 more. So if y'all can tell me the other 19, but think about that, for instance, right? Think about that. That's how impactful that Brashard has been. That right off the top of, like, I didn't even have to put any guesswork into that. Every day came, what's up? I didn't have to rack my mind about that. I literally found the 7 touches that Brashard got. A kick return touchdown, 80-yard run touchdown. He caught a bomb against UNC. Again, like I said, had 3 other rushes aside from the 80-yard. So like we remember these touches. But I mean, now the other 19, I don't know. But I know, yeah, QB, I know they're a mixture between catches and rushes. I do know that, But, I don't know. Pilo said Mario took away the turnover chain. Dawson took away the tight ends. And are we even the Miami Hurricanes anymore? No, I said this a while ago. We're not the Miami Hurricanes. We're the Coral Gable Hurricanes right now. We do not deserve to be called the Miami Hurricanes. We haven't deserved to be called the Miami Hurricanes in a while. We are the Coral Gables Hurricanes right now, in my opinion. Riley Luna. Who is Riley Luna? Who is that, Mr. Overdose? Who is that? In your assessment, who is holding back the offense? Ooh. Bruh. Y'all, like, so no one had any questions about the defense. Nobody wanted to know how I felt about, you know what I'm saying? Fred, y'all gotta stop. Nah, but who was holding back the offense? I could say TVD's holding back the offense because that's the, you know what I'm saying, that's the go-to answer. Luna is the walk on fourth QB fourth string. Oh, okay. That's not one of the names that I saw though, Mr. Overdose. But I think I looked at something like we had like 5 or 6 quarterbacks on the roster, but all of them don't have scholarships. So I'm not too concerned with that. But appreciate that. Appreciate letting me know that. TVD is the obvious answer. In terms of who's holding back the offense, that's the obvious answer. But I think it's a multitude of things. I think it's obviously at this particular point, not having teams respect the tight end. Not having teams respect that we do have some serious speed on the roster. Like I said, I don't understand the reason we are redshirting Chris Johnson. I understand, I'm not gonna be completely football illiterate and say like, hey, you need to put Chris Johnson in the game on obvious, like when we're passing the ball because, what I'm saying, he's not a blocker, but it's just certain plays, or maybe you can line him up at wide receiver. I mean, you just the fact of him just running a DB away could be an opening for someone else. So it's not so much about stuff like that. It's just like it's just a multitude. It's just a multitude of things, right? I know everyone's gonna point the finger at TVD, but it's like, bro, it's like we got a lot of pieces that are on the, what I'm saying, that are on the bench that are just they're not being used, right? And when you see like TVD struggling like that, it's like, bro, what's stopping us from going double back, or what's stopping us from what I'm saying, doing stuff like this? I know a lot of people say, hey, well, this ain't Madden. Like, you can't do that. But it's like, bro, like, it is. Like, it is. From a college perspective, it really is like Madden. Because it's like the whole objective of college football, that's why some people, that's the difference between college and NFL. In college, if I got a faster, better player than you, I'm going to win those matchups 9 out of 10 times. In the NFL, that's not necessarily the case. It's more about the scheme. In college, it don't take much to get a guy that runs a legit 4-3, seal off the edge and let him go outside. Right? It doesn't take much to do that. It doesn't take much to have a guy that runs 4-3 out there and run somebody off. It doesn't take much to do that. It doesn't take much to fake a zone or a pop pass or something like that. It doesn't take much to do that. So when you ask that question, I know most people are gonna say it's TVD, but that's a lot of stuff, bro. Like personnel, not using personnel correctly. Like that to me, that's the issue to me. Wayne Smith, the first down Brashard got the other night really showed everything he had to offer. He's our biggest offensive threat, and we have yet to let him run wild. Yeah, we haven't. And you know what's crazy about that, Wayne? Brashard is a junior. Brashard's gonna be a senior lad next year. Bro, think about what we had from an offensive personnel standpoint in 2021. We had Dunn, we had Brashard, we had Rooster. Remember Brashard? Brashard was running the ball a little bit in 21. And bro, it's like we still got that same personnel package in terms of those guys because Chris Johnson basically replaced Rooster. Brashard is still here. Dunn is still here. You know what I mean? It's like we got a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Um, Wayne say I think it's the QB. Yeah, I mean we can say it's the inconsistency at QB. You know what I'm saying? But I think we have enough talent right now to kind of overcome that. Pilo said, listen to Devin Hester today on the pivot reminded me of Brashard. Devin said they didn't know what to do with him at the U. Yeah, I've heard that a lot. I think I heard Brandon Merriweather say that too. Because Devin came in as a excuse me, Devin came in as a corner, and then they tried him at receiver, and then they just kind of put him everywhere. Like you didn't really develop him nowhere. So yeah, that's an issue. Everyday Kane, you think we should get Ken Dorsey now? He would be a lot cheaper. I just keep him at QB coach. I don't know. Everyday Kane, I'm gonna say this. Ken Dorsey coming back to college to be a QB coach after being being a offensive coordinator in the NFL, like to me that's like career suicide. Like you may have some school pride, but like, bro, you can't make a move like that. Like you can't go from being offensive coordinator at the NFL to come back to be a QB coach at a college. Like to me, you don't make a move like that, right? But stranger things have happened. But honestly, from what I've heard about Ken, and this is no knock to Ken, but guys say Ken is cut from that cloth of like he's just in your face blunt. So it's really kind of like because people are just looking at it from like, hey, Ken Dorsey, NFL, like all time great Miami quarterback. But can Ken Dorsey relate to a 16, 17, 18-year-old kid? Can he relate to those guys? Like, can he, excuse me, in this era, like when Ken was like 16, 17, 18 back in the 90s, early 2000s. A lot has changed. And you can't talk to some of these, young men the same way. So would Ken be a fit to interact with these young men? I don't know. Some people say Ken is a little rough. Not in a bad way, but Ken may be a little bit rough and that may rub some people the wrong way. You know what I mean? So, you gotta think about all that type of stuff too. But I mean, if Ken came, pause. I mean, it don't matter to me, bro. Like whoever can get these young playmakers to football, man, that's all that matters at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like we can talk about trenches, we can pound trenches into the ground. This is what I'm talking about. Like we got great trench play, offensively and defensively, but offensively we have not scored over 22 points, or we're averaging 21 points in conference play. We scored 31 against UNC. So we can talk about trench play all we want to, but it's like at some point we gotta get these guys involved. And if Ken can help in assisting in that, great. If he can't, cool. It doesn't make me any difference, right? I'm not one of those type of fans that's like just because we had great players that left here and went to the NFL that they can come back and be of service to the U and help. Like I'm not that fan. You know what I'm saying? Not disrespecting anybody that is that fan, but that's not me. You know what I mean? That's disturbing to hear how coaches don't know what to do with a player. Man, I mean, that he wouldn't be the first one. It's a lot of guys like that. It's a lot of players that are like that. And just think about this, Ellen. Think about this. Think about the guys that were before their time. Like you think about like Randall Cunningham. Like Randall Cunningham was before his time. Like if Randall Cunningham was a quarterback right now, Randall Cunningham he would be revered. You know what I'm saying? Like so, you got that at play too. Shot. Only thing we want to know about the defense is whether Cam or James are gonna. Hey, Pilo, you right. Don't nobody care nothing about. You know what I'm saying? Everything that's going on. It's just about, hey, look, they doing good. So we ain't gotta talk about them. But I'm just saying, I was just kind of looking at some of my lives, and I'm like, hey, I spent a lot of time on the offense. Like, let's talk about the deep. Let's talk about some stuff that's good for a second. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Anthony, I think it's the play calls, and that is either Mario or Dawson. If that QB is turning over the ball, change up the game plan, use less TV. I couldn't have said it any better myself, Anthony. But again, what do we refer to as? We refer to as, armchair, quarterbacks or armchair or Sunday morning coaching. So whatever one of those terms is, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like it seems so simple, but it's like we're making it so hard for whatever reason. And like I said, I always go back and say this. Regardless of how anybody felt about James Coley, there's one thing we did not have to worry about with James Coley. And not saying not that I'm advocating for James Coley to get Shannon Dawson's job. I'm just saying, at no point when James Coley was here did we ever have to ask the question, well, why isn't such and such getting the ball? Why isn't such and such getting touches, right? And Stacey Coley, one of my favorite Canes all time, that 2013 freshman year, you could not tell me that Stacey Coley was not about to set college football on fire after that 2013. And to think, Stacey didn't even play the entire his freshman year. Al was kind of keeping him on the bench. I still remember Stacey's first touchdown, where Stephen Morris kind of dropped back and just launched it, and Stacy caught the ball in the back of the end zone. I still remember like the reverse play that Stacy ran against, I think it was Pittsburgh. So you couldn't tell me that Stacy Coley was not going to set the world on fire. But again, that's something that we didn't have to not worry about with James Coley. And unfortunately, the only other OC that we've had here recently that has been able to replicate that is Rhett Lashley. And I know, like I said, I've said this before. A lot of people talked about, oh, all TVD did was get the ball to Rambo and Harley. Like I said, Rooster came in after 4 games and ended up being second on the team in touchdowns. He had 11 touchdowns, 8 rushing and 3 receiving. And he didn't even play the entire season. So, you know, but we'll move on. We a QB away. Bro, QB, I tell you, you got to be stopped, bro. No way he a junior. Yeah, Wayne, Brashard is a junior, bro. He's about to be a senior. He's going to be a senior next year. Like, bro, time has gone by so fast. Like, it's over. You know what I'm saying? With JB Brashard, Ray, Chris Johnson, Mark Fletcher, we probably should be running a Wildcat. No, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, like this is what I'll say. So much is made about the trench play. Let the trenches work. You know, they doing basically the same blocking assignments. You pin and pull, you power, all that good stuff like that. We should be doing it. Wayne, the mismanagement of recent years of our players is wild. Wayne, the mismanagement of our players since 2000 and since Devin Hester. We'll say it started with Devin Hester. The mismanagement has been crazy. Like, it really has. The change in offense since the bye week is mind-blowing. You know, somebody gonna spill the beans about what happened. Somebody gonna spill the beans about what happened between Temple and Georgia Tech. Somebody's gonna spill the beans. E. Brown said, shout out, salute E. Brown. Shy don't entertain the Ken Dorsey chatter. Hey, no, it's hot news right now. It's hot news. And no, I'm not, I had to ask the question because, again, like I said, no one cares about the defense. QB, I think, is easier to blame. 2 people coaching the QB. Unfortunately, TVD has to deal with it. TVD got to deal with it because, like I said, coming into the season, TVD has struck out with a lot of people in the fan base, especially after that Bama situation. So, it's over with. If Ken came as well. Bro, I'm not playing with y'all today, man. I promise. I'm not playing with y'all today. Y'all get me off my square. If Ken came. Bro, that's the second wildest comment in here after what Pilo posted. That's crazy. If receivers can't catch it, it's the QB's fault. I've seen people blame Shador being bad, but the O-line wasn't even helping him. True. Brashard Smith gonna lead back for Restrepo against Louisville. Bro, QB. It wasn't the Florida State game. It was who did we play before Florida State? Virginia. I saw Restrepo in the backfield. It's like, bro, why is Restrepo still in the backfield? Why are y'all setting them plays up for Restrepo? Why is he in the backfield? Like, it's crazy. Orlovsky was saying today how predictable the Buffalo offense is. Hey, bro, it's Brian Dable ain't successful right now. Ken is, it's bad. It's bad for Buffalo. Like I said, the U is at its best when players from the crib are on the field. True that. Both starting safety should return. E. Brown, that makes sense. But like I was saying earlier, I don't know when you jumped on, but this is gonna be James' first year where he has not been hurt. He had a surgery after his freshman year. Then he was dealing with the labrum last year. This is his first year. And I mean, I'm not saying he's 100% healthy this year, but this has been his first year not, being healthy. So, do you roll the dice and try to, return for your final year to see if you can stay injury free for that? Or do you look at it and say, look, hey, I'm injury free. I can go to the combine. I can go do all these events and stuff like this, and I can go fulfill a lifelong dream. I mean, that's a big decision to make. You know what I mean? But whatever decision he make, He'll always be, regarded as a, Miami Hurricane. You know what I mean? Um, Wayne Smith, yeah, Ellen, you got to pause Wayne because Wayne wilding. QB Giants call it problem was moving the ball in a blizzard. That's crazy. Bro, bro, for real, what can we expect from him? Look, hey, you know what, QB? You know what? Hey, that one Giant Coley fault. That was Joseph Yearby fault. He should have set his feet to throw the ball. Coley was injury prone. Yes, E. Brown, he was. I don't know what it was with Coley. Coley would get hit, and that Joker was like, bro, are we gonna have to? Do we gotta bring the ambulance out here? Bro, what's wrong with you? Like you limping out? Like what's going on? I don't know. I told you why they're loyal to their guys. In my Wilcox, in my Miss Wilcox voice, I told you. Which is sad, Ellen, because Mario claimed he wouldn't play favorites. Mr. Overdose, it's hard for a coach to really say that because a coach is gonna play favorites. Like that's what it is. Like Mr. Overdose, he a lie and a half, but in his defense, it was Dawson who said it. That was one of the biggest issues that I had with Mark Richt when he and Thomas Brown got here. Was like y'all lost out on Mark Walton to us. And so when y'all officially were hired, y'all made Mark Walton a priority to get him the ball, even though there was nothing that Mark Walton had did to show that he deserved a lion's share of the carries over Joseph Yearby. And that was one of the issues that I had. Was like, bro, it's like, why are y'all taking carries away from Joseph Yearby to give it to Mark Walton? Like, Mark Walton is not producing more than Joseph Yearby. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, that's just what it is. But coaches are gonna play favorites. You know what I mean? But I will say this though. Um, with this NIL stuff, man, you don't know what. We don't know what type of promises and concessions are being made to these guys that are more than what you would say on the recruiting trail. So I don't know. Someone may be obligated to do some of this stuff. You know what I mean? Um, so they've calmed down a little bit. So anyway, 8 for 23. 8 for 23. Now, 8 for 23. 8 for 23 has been looked at as, hey, look, it was a number 4 team in the country. It was a top secondary in the ACC. They're the number 4 team in the country. All the good stuff like that. And it's like, bro, but all that's cool, but it's still 8 for 23. So, it wasn't a good performance. I don't care what anyone says. I think what individuals. You know what? I've been thinking about this all day, and I said, bro, it's almost like y'all want to pretend like he was hurt in the game, and when he laid out, it's like it just went on ahead and gave out. Like he was already dealing with it prior to him diving. So it's like y'all are giving an excuse like, well, his arm was already hurting. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, 8 for 23, bro. There is no way that you can say that that was a good performance. Like, there's no way you can say that was a good performance. Emory just don't look comfortable, and I chalk it up to inexperience. Yeah, Wayne, I can chalk it up to that, but that wasn't good, bro. Passes batted at the line. That was an interception, but since they messed up the safety call, they had to give that to us. I still think he was short on 4th down. People can debate that all they want, but it's like that wasn't a good performance. The defense kept us in the game. I will say this because I don't want to harp on the young man. That was a great throw to Jacoby George. For that first touchdown. That was a great throw. Like he put enough air under it, Jacoby George ran a great route to give himself a little bit, to give himself room to fade out, to get right up underneath it and catch it. That was a great throw. That was a great throw. I can't take anything away from that. The second throw, I don't know what the Florida State safety was doing. That was just that. That was a Tyler Van. That's a conference play Tyler Van Dyke throw, and it just happened to work out. That's what it was. And kudos to Jacoby George again for showing great concentration, catching the ball, and running in for a touchdown. But bro, I didn't look at that performance and was like, okay, we got the QB of the future. Because the reason I'm saying that is because, bro, I've seen Brad Collier. That's why when people say the freshman, it's like I'm not asking you to be Trevor Lawrence. I'm not asking you to be Justin Fields. I'm not asking you to be Bryce Young or CJ Stroud. I'm not asking for that type of freshman performance or Deshaun Watson. But it's like, bro, we saw Brad Collier. Didn't participate in the spring. Came in over the summer. Set the world on fire. And it's like, we talked about, well, I didn't talk about it, but a lot of people put credence to his performance at the Elite 11. So it's like, if you're going to put credence to that, bro, we got to see better than 8 for 23 because it's not like Florida State was playing tight coverage. A lot of these passes, he just missed, just flat out missed. And you can't use the excuse of, well, he hadn't worked with the first team receivers. Yes, he did. Because if TVD got the number of injuries that people are saying that he has, TVD was not like practicing like that. You can't practice like that because you got to rehab. You got to be over there. Like you got to know when to, he may have went in some certain situations, but to me, I think Emory has been getting the majority, was getting the majority of the first team reps. He had to get them last week. So I don't want to hear that about it was, oh, well, he didn't get no, it's like, bro, that's bad. And you're trying to shame people into making it seem like it was a good performance because he broke his arm. And it's like, yeah, that's unfortunate that he did break his arm. He showed some heart. He did. It was, and to be honest, it was a freak. It was a freak accident. But I'm not going to forget everything that transpired before that. As a matter of fact, I want to erase that from my mind. Because when I saw it, when they got up close to it, and I saw the way that his arm was, like I said, bro, this broke. So I don't even want to think about that. But let's talk about 8 for 23. And yeah, he did have a couple of drops in there, but again, it's 8 for 23. It wasn't a good performance. Simple as that. Now, can he bounce back? Sure. I laughed about it, but I'm not gonna go as far as my guy Groove and say, he's Gray Crow. I'm not gonna go that far. But bro, it's like, bro, I'm not about to sit up here with y'all and play this little game about you trying to make 8 for 23 look like it was something. The reason I'm not gonna do it is because I watched people, and I'm not saying any of y'all in the chat did this, but it's like, bro, I watched people drag N'Kosi Perry through the mud. I watched as recent as 2 weeks ago, people showing the play where Jakari overthrew X. I would have a little bit more sympathy if I didn't see some of the stuff that I saw. So I'm a person, I meet force with force, straight up like that. So unfortunately, Emory, you have to catch some strays because of me being jaded or me being upset about some of the stuff that I saw people did to maybe some quarterbacks that I favored a little bit more. But like I said, I took that fanboy off my shirt with N'Kosi Perry, and I'm just keeping it in a book. But I'm not about to let y'all put Hall of Fame coats and he's already in the Ring of Honor. I'm not letting y'all do that. And you know what's messed up? I feel bad. I feel bad for the young man because it's like y'all have put him at a on a pedestal that if he doesn't reach it, the fall is gonna be. But you know what? They may got a built-in excuse. They can say, "Hey, look, he broke his arm. He never got back to what he was." So it is what it is. Pilo said, "Who are we losing in the portal?" We had a purge last year. I think we could lose a couple of guys. I ain't not for nothing. I think we're gonna lose a couple of guys. Shad, I told my brother-in-law to play 823, and he was mad. He didn't play it. It was all over the board. Oh no. That was it was 821. I'm thinking about Malcolm X when he was like, "What time is it?" It was like 8:21. But it's the same thing. 823, 238, 382. You know what I'm saying? So Wayne said Emery should have had like 3 picks for sure. For sure, he should have had like 3 of them things, like for real. It's like he put the ball in harm's way. Emery will save us. Book of Emery, verse 8. Bruh, I'm writing that down. I promise I'm writing that down. I'm writing that down, QB. Emery, book 823. I'm writing that down. I, I'm writing that down, bruh. Y'all are wild, bruh. Wayne, I think Emery a gamer, even though his stats ain't too good. You know, Wayne, and no disrespect to you, bro. When I see people say that, to me it's like it's a nice way of saying, yeah, you ain't that good. Cause that's all I heard about Tate Martell. You know, he's a gamer. You're not that good. Bro, I'm already over this Mario experiment. This clown is the problem. It's clear that he's calling the shots with the offensive plays. They aren't running Dawson's air raid fast tempo offense. You know, I mean, Malcolm, I'm not at that point. You know what I'm saying? I'm not I'm not gonna say he needs to be fired. You know what I mean? It's just it is what it is. I mean, you let it play out. You know, I mean, I'm as impatient as any of you all, but you gotta let it play out. The Clemson game has several balls batted down the line. Facts. Brown is out after this season. I'm hearing out of court guy, but he's not feeling Mario. He would be a transfer portal. I mean, this very well could be true. I mean, it very well could be true. I forgot who it was, but I had somebody that um, commented on one of my videos, and they was like, "Bro, man, if Miami let JB leave, that's gonna be a big blow." And like I said, I don't like to put those type of grand declarations out there, but we'll see. Maybe it does, maybe it's not. I'm not in a position to say that because we very well could get a quarterback in the portal, or we very well could, Emery could, rehab, come back and earn the Henry Williams, So, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, that would be a blow for a guy like JB if he's no longer on the roster. I will say that. Well, Malcolm Jones, a lot of people not feeling Mario. Yeah, it's crazy too. I mean, I'm not. I see some of the back and forth, and I participate in some of the back and forth on saying on Twitter. You know, but I think the biggest problem is like some of these people they put Mario on this pedestal before he arrived in Coral Gables, and so now since they're seeing that he wasn't worthy of that pedestal, not saying he won't become worthy, but he's not worthy of that pedestal right now. Now they're backtracking. Oh well, you knew it was a rebuild. You knew this. You knew that. It's like, bro, I remember preseason. A lot of people said, bro, anything less than 10 wins is considered a failure, right? Now it's well, everybody said it was 75-84. It's like, come on, bro, like chill out. No more offensive coaches doing double duty. Get a QB coach. I don't know, man. I mean, it seemed to work out well for Lashley. It worked pretty good for James Coley. It worked pretty good for Jed Fish. I don't know. Emery's freshman play is better than Tyler's junior play. I can go through the growing pains with Emery. Pilo, I'm not gonna argue with you on that. But all I'm gonna say is I don't want to see 8 for 23 again. And equally, I don't want to see 3 interceptions again. So, either way, it's almost like we dealing with it's almost like a Robert Marv and Ja'Cory Harris type of situation right now. Even though both of those guys were freshmen, but it's just bad quarterback play altogether, and it's so unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? So unfortunate. Um, no, just get a OC coach. We getting secondhand OCs. Ja'Cory didn't have an O line to work with. Yeah. I just got to know who the offensive line would rather at QB. Um, I don't know, bro. That's a good question. Less than an hour away from 8:23. At this point, 8:23 is a message. I need to look up the angel number meaning. Mario was on a pedestal by fan base wanting alumni to return. By fanboys wanting alumni to return. He was the ultimate one. Not saying Mario's not. I mean, I'm not gonna say that Mario's not going to, you know, work out. But it's like, bro, y'all compare this man to Butch Davis. Like, bro, like, why y'all doing it? Like, y'all comparing him to Butch Davis, and he's gonna do all this, he's gonna do that, and all that. And it's like, okay, okay. So when y'all say all of this before he gets the job, and then when the ones that were not saying that, when we push back, now it's a problem. Now it's, oh well, look at the improvement. Okay, it's like, okay, well let's look at the scenario that could play out the rest of the season. Okay, let's go with the best case scenario. Best case scenario, we win the next 2 games, which will put us at 7, because we got no 8. So regular season 8-4, potential to win a bowl game. Let's just talk about the regular season. So 8-4. So 8-4. Why? So where do we get 8-4 from? Oh, we won 8 games in 2020. Okay. So what's the next scenario? All right, we split the next 2 games. We're 7-5. We were 7-5 2 years ago. Okay, let's say we don't win another game. Okay, we're 6-6. We were 6-6 in 2019. So it's like, y'all say, I mean, it's an improvement. Like, yeah, like we see the improvements. Like, yes, the offensive line is better. Yes, the defense is better. But we saw this defense in 2018. We saw the same exact scenario in 2018. Good defense, bad offense. Right? Last year, when did we see last year before? We saw last year Randy Shannon's first year, 2007. So we've seen this, like, it's like we've seen this before. The only outlier was when Mark Richt got here. It's the only time that we saw something that we've never seen before. We've never seen a coach, post Larry Coker, first year win 9, then go win 10. We haven't seen it. But right now, Mario, you're tied with Randy Shannon and Al Golden. And to Randy Shannon and Al Golden credit, Randy Shannon and Al Golden were dealing with something. You're not dealing with anything. You're not dealing with anything. Randy Shannon had to deal with getting players away from Nevin Shapiro, and then we got the situation where one teammate eliminated another teammate. Then you're still on the team, and then we got that infamous picture where you're looking at it. It's like, bro, you eliminated this guy, and we just found out you were the culprit a few years ago, and then Al Golden comes in, and you got the whole NCAA witch hunt. They trying to get Nevin to spill beans, and this is not even the case. You got to deal with that. You don't have none of that to deal with. I was thinking about that today. I was like, bro, what if Al Golden had the full allotment to the transfer portal? We probably would look at Mark D'Onofrio in a completely different way right now, because we could have went and got the players that we needed. But, don't need to cry over spilled milk. I mean, it is what it is. But it's like, bro, I mean, I'm not one to just harp and say, oh, you need to fire him and let's fire up the planes. But it's like, bro, I'm not about to sit up here and let y'all just say, oh, well, it's improvement. Bro, we had this record. We've, like I said, the scenario that we could finish the season with, we could go right back to 2019, 2020, and 2021. The same, the end this season could be the end of 2019, 2020, or 2021. And that's not what you were hired to do. You're not hired to match what your predecessor did. So, it is what it is to me. I pray that we can land Jordan Seaton. Pilo, who is Jordan Seaton? Is he, it seems like that name looks familiar. Is he an offensive tackle? Let me know who that is. Mario, all-time 73 and 71. Don't understand what the hype and draw of bringing him in as coach this program. His claim to fame is winning the conference and a bowl game. And like I said, look, I don't, Those people that feel that way about Mario, they have much larger following base than I do. They're much more plugged in than I am. So I mean, that's how y'all feel. I mean, that's how they feel about it. But my only issue with that is, and I put this on Twitter. I haven't said this in a live before, but it's like, bro, y'all want us to say that what Mario inherited at FIU. Let's forget that. But it's like, bro, did he not interview for the job? Did he not tour the facilities? Did he not know what he was inheriting? It'd be a completely different thing if Mario Cristobal was kidnapped and taken to FIU and told, "Look, you have to be here for the next 4 years." That would be a completely different situation. But you knew what you were getting into. You went, you followed, Greg Schiano up to Rutgers, rebuild it, and then you're like, okay, well, let me go down here to FIU and do it. It's like, no, bro. I'm sure there were better jobs. There were much better jobs. But that's what I don't like. I don't like that people can lean back on it and say, oh, well, he didn't have a weight room and they had a Bowflex and they were working out in the gym and he was able to win 8 games. Okay, you won 8 games and then you turned around and won 3. You not 7, not 6, not 5, but 3. Got 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 our favorite Coach Hayes. Got Coach Hayes fired because of your foolishness. Coach Hayes went up there to the thing and trying to clock in and it don't work. Mario, you did that. I'm mad. You got Coach Hayes fired. Got Coach Hayes. Coach Hayes was chilling in high school, winning, and then Mario said, "Hey, Kyle, come be on my staff." And Coach Hayes, excited out there, got the loafers on, recruiting only for Mario Cristobal to get that man fired. It's messed up, man. Yeah. Y'all didn't know that? Coach Hayes coached with Mario his last year, and Mario Cristobal got Coach Hayes fired. Yeah, I said it. Got Coach Hayes fired. I'm hot. Hey, that's probably the first time Coach Hayes said that. We got up there and swiped the thing, and it kept showing the red. Yeah. Uh, Mario dealing with man, these guys remember. Yeah. Hey, QB, I saw someone recently say that they'll be happy when all of Manny's guys are gone. I saw somebody say that. I was like, bro, y'all gotta chill. Wayne said, I told my brother this, so now I say it here. Mario will not coach us to a win. Mario will recruit us to a win. He'll even motivate us to a win, but he will not coach us to one. Uh, I'm gonna tell you this, Wayne. Um, this class right now is pivotal. It's pivotal. It's ranked 11th right now, right? With we got some guys that we could potentially flip, and we got some guys that potentially may flip and leave. This class is so pivotal. Like, think about this, bro. If you get the number 7 class, and then let's say this class finishes 15th or 16th, what? Like, the only thing that we have left to say is that you can develop the O line. Like, we can't even say that you're recruiting anymore. If this class finishes outside the top 10, it's like, bro, we can't even depend on that right now. And then you got to go to the portal and do what Mike Norvell did. And the Kane fans that talked about Mike Norvell in Florida State, now they're going to say, oh, well, no, we got to go to the portal. No. Y'all said we got to build it the right way. So I don't want to hit nobody no portal, but that's what it's looking like. But hopefully, we get it, we get it going. You know what I'm saying? So El and Mario get hyped because they don't like Manny, just like Emery and Tyler's situation. Yeah, they get hyped. I don't like Manny. I don't like Manny, but at the same time, I'm not gonna be so upset and so biased towards Manny that I'm gonna come on here and say, oh well, bro, we're making progress. Like, bro, like y'all are continuing to go back to 2022 and say, okay, well we're better than last year. Well, no ish, Sherlock, no ish, no ish, you know, no ish. I don't want to be better. I don't care that we better than 2022. What about 2020? What about 2021? What about 2017? What about 2016? What about 2013, 2009 when Randy and Al got 9 wins? Are we better now than then? What about how about this? What about are we better than 2003? How about that? That's what we hired you to do. We hired you to think that, oh well, it's about to be '03. We about to turn back the hands of time. Now it's, oh well, you can't expect Mario to in 1 year to fix all the things that has been going on for 20 plus years. Imagine, think about this. Imagine a Michigan fan, uh, Ohio State been beating us down. Imagine a Michigan fan saying, "Oh well, we can't expect Jim Harbaugh to fix the things that happened ever since Lloyd Carr left." Imagine saying it. Imagine LSU when they hired Nick Saban saying that, "Oh well, we can't expect Nick Saban to get perennial power." Imagine saying that. Imagine USC hiring Pete Carroll and saying, "Oh well, man, Pete, USC, we ain't been good since Juice was here. Him and back when Marcus Allen was here. Like we can't expect you. We're not expecting you to turn USC into a perennial power to when Miami drops the throne." Y'all become the best team in college football. No, we can't expect that. Give me a break, bro. Here we go with Manny guy's narrative. No, hey, I'm not going to ML 1219. I'm not going to. That's those guys. This program hasn't had any success in bringing in alumni and previous players to head this program. It's been a terrible outcome. They need to go after people who have zero ties to the program. Malcolm, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something funny. When we was on Coach Hayes' chat the other night, and somebody had brought up Butch Davis, and obviously Butch Davis was in contention back in 2006 when he gave the job to Randy. And somebody said, like, bro, we didn't want no old coaches. And I'm like, and so I did a little math. And I was like, bro, Butch Davis in 2006 was the same age as Mario Cristobal is now. So, and we saw what Butch was able to do in North Carolina. So, I mean, maybe we should have. Maybe it wouldn't have been a bad idea to bring Butch back. But again, I don't want to dwindle in the past. Jordan is IMGO tackle 77. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. I thought I seen that name before. Mario got to get better at in-game management. Hey, you know what? Um, every coach has his shortcomings. Um, every coach got his shortcomings, and asking Mario. And you know what's funny about this? I'm glad you brought that up, Justin. Somebody said that, well, Butch had, poor game management, and for as long as I saw that, it never occurred to me to think to say, well, Butch was a first time head coach. He was a first time head coach. So why would we expect a first time head coach to not understand some of the intricacies or in never mind. I can't say it, tongue twisted. The details of being a head coach if you've never done it before. How can we expect for you to know and perfect that and you haven't done that before? But this guy been a head coach for 13 years. So if you haven't gotten any better now, you're not. It's just like, individuals saying like, at LSU, like, oh man, if Les Miles just comes to the realization that you just can't run the ball to victory. Like, did it? It never happened. And Les Miles got fired, and guess what he went to Kansas to do? Trying to do the same exact thing. You can't. You look. We got we gotta highlight what Mario is good at. Mario is good at recruiting. Mario is good at you know talking, right? I think he and Al Golden they neck and neck. They some good talkers, right? Um, we gotta commend Mario for demanding a lot of the administration to put these particular things in place. So I gotta commend him for that. I don't want to completely just disparage the guy. I mean, yeah, I mean overall record he's 73-71. I mean that's what it is. You can't change your record, bro. You know what I'm saying? This ain't like playing on like Madden or something. Like you play online and like you trash and like your record is like 105 and 178 but you can go back and create a new profile and just start back over. No. Them 71 losses is there. Anthony said Manny was a better coach than Mario. You know, I'm objective. I'm objective. I think there's things that Mario. I think there's things Manny does better than Mario, and obviously there's things Mario do better than Manny. So to say who's better, I think that's gonna be based around what your preferences are, right? Um, I didn't like. I'm gonna tell you why I didn't like Manny. I didn't like Manny because I didn't like the excuse people were giving about, oh well, don't blame the defensive performance on Manny because he's a head coach now. It's like no, bro. Like Kirby Smart, Will Muschamp. If nothing else was gonna be good to go on that team, that defense was gonna be ready to go. Lincoln Riley. If nothing else is good, the offense is gonna be good. Even when Nick Saban took over at Alabama, if nothing was gonna be good, the defense was gonna be good. So I never liked that. I thought Manny talked too much. I think he talked too much. I didn't like the way that he took subtle jabs at Mark Rick. I didn't like that. Um, I didn't like the fact that after Al Golden's players left, he could not replenish any of the players. There's a lot of stuff about Manny that I didn't like. But at the end of the day, objectively speaking, it's like, bro, like Mario, Manny first 2 years, the win-loss record are better than yours. And Manny didn't have access to the portal like you do. Manny had never gone to build a quote unquote build a P5 program before he got there. Like you came into this job having already been around all of the bases. You've already been to home plate before. Manny was on first looking to steal second. You know? So it just depends on what you value most as from a coaching candidate. You know what I'm saying? To me. Can anybody tell me what was the FSU coach record his first 3 years? Act like this don't take time. This program has been down for 20 years and he's going to get it back in 2 years. Y'all bugging. See, that's all. I mean, that's where we have to agree to disagree right there. For one, I don't want to use Mike Norvell as a benchmark because Mario didn't inherit what Mike Norvell inherited. For one, uh, when Mike Norvell took over, the portal isn't where the portal was at. I mean, to be honest, it's like, and again, Mike Norvell had never been a Power Five head coach before. So um, you can say we bugging, but it's like Nassau to me. And again, brother, we can agree to disagree, but it's like that that what you just said right there. I could not refute any of that before 2016. If Mario would have been the head coach in 2016, that comment that you made right there, I could not refute it whatsoever. Now, obviously, of course, we wouldn't be talking about Mike Norvell because Mike Norvell didn't take over in 2016. But I couldn't refute that in any shape, form, or fashion. But I saw what Mark Rick did. We all saw what Mark Rick came in here to do. Now, obviously, 2018 didn't go the way that any of us thought it was going to go because of bad quarterback play. But at the same time, it's like, bro, you were hired to do something. You were hired like Mario Cristobal is the most accomplished head coach that we've ever hired. Prior, like Mark Rick was accomplished. Well, second most accomplished. You're the second most. No. I take it back. You are the most accomplished. And the reason that you're the most accomplished is because you were not on the backside of your career, like Mark Rick was. So we just hired the most accomplished head coach in Hurricane history. And when I talk about accomplished, I'm talking about what your accomplishments were before you became the head coach here. We we can deal with Randy being a first time head coach and being 11-11 after 2 years. Al Golden 11-11 after 2 years. Even if Manny Diaz was 11-11, you can deal with that. But you know, we can't we can't really deal with that. You know, right now. But that's I mean I respect your opinion, but I just have to I have to respectfully disagree with that point that you made. Just because, for one, and I've said this before, Randy Shannon was a first time head coach. Al Golden, that was his first Power Five job. Um, Manny Diaz was a first time head coach. So you got to compare him to Mark Richt, and unfortunately, you're not performing as well as Mark Richt. Simple as that. You know. LOL, comparing apples to oranges, first time head coach to experience. Yeah, facts. QB Nassau, he winning 10 games next year. Bro, at the rate we going right now, bro, my early expectation for next year, 8-4. 8-4. Beast mode. Kobe Young and Xavier Restrepo forgot how to get open. No, they ain't forgot how to get open. It's just that, again, we still trying to figure out what transpired between the Temple game and the Georgia Tech game. We still trying to figure out what happened. QB, that could be true, but Dawson needs to coach better in zone. Facts. Wayne Smith, man, he should have never been a head coach at the University of Miami. Wayne, facts. Like, I don't know, man. I don't even remember who. What's up, brother Jay? I don't even remember who were the candidates in 2016. I think we were geeking out about 2016. No. I'm thinking about 2016, 2019. Like Dave Aranda was a hot name in 19. Obviously, Lane was a hot name in 19. Shoot, I'm trying to think. QB said John Gruden. Chill out. Who else was a hot name in 19? Because some of the guys are not hot names now, but it kind of is what it is. I need to put my phone on charger. Let's see. Yeah. I guess it'll stay like that. Yeah. There was a lot of hot names in 19, and a lot of those guys are not hot names anymore. So unless we were going to go, what'd you say, Beast Mode, Mike Leach wanted to be here while he was alive. Yeah. I think Chip Kelly was a name that people floated out. I think Peterson was a name that people talked about. I mean, it was a lot of names in 19, but like you said, we didn't do an interview process, and we got Manny Diaz. It didn't work out. Beast mode. Ruben Bain been quiet lately. Ruben Bain ain't been quiet. He just the team just ain't gonna let him make no noise, but he ain't been quiet. I'm saying, man, it was a first-time head coach, so he was actually learning on the job. Mario was a head coach for over 10 years. He can't handle the simplest game. I mean, yeah, Anthony, like I said, I'm not going to, again, like I said, it goes back to what, people put a priority on. If you like what Manny was doing, that's great. I mean, I told you my reasons that I didn't like Manny, but I mean, I'm not trying to discourage anybody else from, you know what I'm saying, their opinion about Manny. It is, it kind of is what it is. Pilo said, I just can't get jiggy with coaches that never played football. Yeah, because you did ask that question, did Manny Diaz play football? I don't know. How did I miss those questions? No, I didn't. QB said, I think Manny's inexperience showed, but I felt that he could be a good coach. Um, I didn't feel that way. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't feel that way. But like I said, I gave my reasons, right? I felt like, Manny, if you can't if you can't get the defense, if you can't keep the defense playing at the level that they need to play at, I do not expect you to ever get I do not expect you to ever get the whole team to play at that level. That was my whole thing, right? And right or wrong, that's what it is. QB Rick had a better record, but Mario had conference titles. Rick and Mario got the same amount of conference titles because I think Mark Rick may have won the SEC two, maybe three times. I know he won two for a fact. I'm kind of, I don't know if he won it a third time. QB Jed Fish never played, and he was a good coach and possibly best OC we had in years. Jed Fish doing some work out there at Arizona. Brother Jay, Ken Dorsey is a hot name. Yeah, Ken Dorsey's name is on fire amongst Hurricane fans. I don't think any other fan base should talk about Ken Dorsey. I don't think. Hey, that's why That's why QB wild. Cause QB said, "Hey, if he never played for the Hurricanes, would anybody be talking about him?" And he's right. Nah, would nobody be talking about Ken Dorsey? Beast Mode, Lance Gidger, I think would be a good head coach. Yeah, Lance Gidger would be a good head coach. I think he would. Cause Lance Gidry kind of puts me in the mindset of like one of those guys where the defense is gonna be good, but I think he would be open to having an offense that can score with anybody in the country. Kind of like what Dan Lannon has built out there at Oregon. Well, I don't want to say built. Let me not say that because I don't want to take any credit away from Mario, even though Dan Lannon got rid of a lot of Mario players. But kind of in that mold where it's like, look, I want to be good on defense and offense. I don't want to pick a side of the ball. I want to be good on both. Matter of fact, I want to be elite at both because I think Oregon is one of the few teams that's top 20 in both, offense and defense. So I think Lance Gidry would be that type of guy. You know what I mean? And like I said, I don't listen to post game pressers, but just a couple of clips that I've listened to of Lance Gidry, like he talks like well. I don't know how well he does on the recruiting trail though. You know what I mean? But as far as just a coach and a person that talks, like yeah, I think he's pretty good. Byron B. TVD either got hurt, dumped by his girlfriend, or he is straight shaving points. Either way, his mental aspect of the game is shot. That is coach's fault for letting the young man play for real, for real. I mean, people may have a difference of opinions about that. Not Lance Gridget. Shannon Dawson understood the assignment at hand. That your job was to come to the University of Miami and fix Tyler Van Dyke. That was your job. Your job was to fix Tyler Van Dyke, and it looked like he was fixed the first couple of games, and then we don't know what happened at the bye week after the bye week, and he don't look fixed anymore. He doesn't look fixed. Bro, this is the type of stuff you do case studies on. Like, you play so well the first part of the season, and then when conference play kicks in, it looks so bad. It looks so bad. Beast mode. Kirby Smart started as a DC. Kirby got a top 10 offense. Yeah, yeah. Kirby. I mean, Kirby's doing it the right way. Focusing on the trenches, um, getting the skill guys, all that. I mean, And you know what? And that's another thing about Manny, right? That was one of the things that people were kind of pushing back on. It, because I was one of the ones. I'm like, look, bro, I'm using Kirby Smart as an example of Manny Diaz. It's like, look, why can't we expect Manny Diaz to do what Kirby's doing? Why can't we expect it? Like Manny had a great defense. We had some games, mistakes were made, but overall, Manny Diaz made Miami Hurricane defense look vintage in many ways, especially the Notre Dame game. So why was it frowned upon to say why can't we expect for you to do at the University of Miami what Kirby Smart is doing at the University of Georgia? Like if the offense is leaky, okay, cool, but we expecting the defense to look like it looked from 2016 to 2018, and we didn't get that. So like I said, that was my biggest pushback on Manny. You're right, Byron. That's a tough job. Brother Jay, Alonzo Highsmith talk with Dorsey all the time. Coach Dorsey first opinion or option is NFL. Don't blame him. Uh, I don't know. I don't know where Ken Dorsey goes. Ken Dorsey got a weird career path because after 2017, when he was released or whatever with the Dolphins, he goes to FIU as the assistant athletic director. And then the next year, he's coaching for the Buffalo Bills. So that's like a weird career arc to go from coaching to administration back to coaching. So now that I think about that, Brother Jay, he might. It's possible. He could. I don't know. I know that's what the rumors were that Mario wanted, Ken Dorsey. But it's like, bruh, like, what does that look like? 3 years, three different coordinators. You're going down the Randy Shannon path. That's what you're doing. You're going down the Randy Shannon path. If in 3 years we get three different coordinators on the same side of the ball, and Ken don't look like he backing down from nothing. Point blank. Period. Ken, again, like I said, it goes back, and like I said, Brother Jay, I know you just got here because we talked about Ken a little bit earlier. Ken doesn't look like Ken doesn't like he's gonna bend over, pause, and allow for a quarterback to go wild. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't look like he's gonna do that. And I don't know if Ken will, so I don't know. Funny how TVD didn't start and fans noticed the predictable offense, but eight for 23, the fans changed back. Bro, that's a wild stat, bro. 8 for 23, and y'all are putting capes on him. Y'all are comparing him to Ken Dorsey. Come on, bro. I said, bro, maybe if Jakari broke his arm, maybe he would fit. Maybe he would be a fan favorite, But that's crazy to me, bro. It's crazy. But look at the money he leveled up every time. Brother Jay, you think assistant athletic director at FIU paid more money than the quarterback coach for the Carolina Panthers? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, going from the quarterback coach for the Buffalo Bills to the offensive coordinator, that's an obvious level up in the money, money changing. But I don't necessarily know if leaving not being with the Panthers and then going to the assistant athletic director at FIU, I don't necessarily know, but I could be wrong. Um, but yeah, um, is there anything else to talk about on offense? Since y'all didn't want to talk about the defense, is there anything else to talk about on offense? Why the what? Bro, that's crazy. I don't know who you are. You must be a bot. Gidry Diaz and Golden up for Broyles Award. Bro, that is nasty work. That is nasty work. Yeah, Brother Jay, if you're talking about in form of a title, then yeah, you're going from like a worker to like an administrator position. Like, yeah, I can, you know what I'm saying? I can understand that. But if you're talking about like um hold up, let me see something. Gotta get that out of there. That's crazy. Bro, you gotta stop. You gotta stop. Yeah, I see that. I mean, I must be making it to the big time. You gotta troll. Anyway, what were we talking about? Oh, Gidry Diaz and Golden over Bros War. Nasty work, bro. Nasty work. Talking money, brother Jay. I mean, I don't know if Ken Dorsey made more money as an assistant or associate athletic director than QB coach, but in form of what it's gonna look like on your LinkedIn profile, yeah, that looks good on the LinkedIn profile, you know. But you know what I'm saying, I don't really know. Um, yeah, that's crazy, bro. Like, and then you know when you get a troll, it's like, bro, like what, like where is that coming from? Like, that's where we go. Like you must like, did you catch the first part of it when the we talked about the Will Smith and Dwayne Martin? Did you kind of like did you look? Did it look like in my eyes like I wanted to talk about that, and you was like, you know what, bro, you may be trying to hide something, brother. Let me go ahead and ask the question, like, bro, that's filthy work, bro. That's filthy work. We talk about receivers blocking for. Hey man, X is X. Hey, listen, X is I got 401 subs. Okay, that's cool. On the way to 1,000. Hey, I give a shout out to Coach Hayes, bro, because he helped jumpstart a lot of this stuff. So, bro, so we gotta keep the grind. Yeah, we talking about receivers blocking for Fletcher, bro. Hey, check this out. QB, what's crazy about that is where the receivers were blocking it. Fletcher didn't even run over them because you know they kept showing the play where the hole was to the right, and Fletcher said, "F it." Oh yeah, that's the joke. That's the joke. And I super chatted to Coach Hayes, but it was so funny to me. I'm gonna say it again. On the last play, TVD rolls out of the pocket, and TVD says, "Look, I see X. He's wide open. But y'all say that's who I throw the ball to all the time. F it. Back across the middle of the field. F it. Not throwing the ball to X. Throwing it back across the middle of the field. And I don't even know he was that Brashard that he was throwing the ball to. Do anybody in the chat know who he was throwing the ball to when it was intercepted? Because, bruh, if it was Brashard, bruh, this joke is gonna get even more funny if he was throwing the ball to Brashard. Who was he throwing the ball to in that last play? Who was TVD throwing the ball to in the last play? I do not know. Uh, is Louisville a better team than Miami? Uh, P-Lo, I'm a Miami fan. It was Brashard. it, wa- it was. It was Brashard he was throwing the ball to. So what you saying is TVD went into the game and said, you know what? I read Twitter. Y'all said Kobe Young needs more targets. Okay, I'm gonna come out with the Kobe Young. And then y'all say uh Brashard is explosive. If I throw the ball to X X gonna catch the ball, go out of bounds. If I throw it to Brashard, he making break a tackle and go score a touchdown. So I'm gonna go throw it to him. I know y'all said TVD shaving points, but bruh, TVD red. And listen, QB. Ain't that what we asked for? Ain't that what we asked for? We asked, hey, listen, we asked for TVD. Stop throwing the ball to X. Throw the ball to Kobe. Okay, I'm gonna throw it to Kobe. We need Brashard Marvin. Okay, I'm gonna throw. Like, look, I'm gonna see Xavier Streppo wide open. I think even X waved his hand, and TVD said, "Mm, mm, mm, mm." Where's zero at? Oh, there he is. TVD like, y'all say I throw the ball to X when he's covered. I'm gonna throw the ball to Xavier Streppo. I mean, Brashad, while he's covered. Like, I don't discriminate who I throw the ball to. I don't discriminate. Man, bro, that's why I'm like, bro, I want to see TVD go out there because I want TVD to give us what we asked for. I want TVD to get in the game. I want TVD to throw the ball to X. I mean, to Kobe. I want to throw it to Brashard. I want TVD. I don't listen. I don't care if Brashard got 5 people around it. TVD, throw it to him. He's a playmaker. He's a playmaker. Hey, Stick Raw, what's up? Bro, I don't care. Listen. I don't care if Kobe Young is double covered. Throw him the ball. Throw him the ball. TVD, you got 2 games to give us what we asked for. And doggone it, you better give it to us. Because you got the ability to change the play. I don't want you to throw it to nobody else. Throw it and they said Jacoby George been cussing you out on the sideline. I like George, but don't throw him the ball. Throw the ball to who we want the ball to go to. Throw the ball to. TVD rolled out. TVD said, "Hey, it's like when Mike hit that shot against Utah and Scottie Pippen were wide open." Get out of here. He told X, just run out of bounds. I'm not throwing you the ball. Well, for sure. Hey, TVD said, so y'all say I only look at one read. Okay, that's my first read. Let me throw it to my second read. Hey, listen. Hey, do you like the singer Conan Gray? Bro, I don't know. Bro, I don't know who that is. I don't listen to singers. I listen to rap music. I don't know who that is. You may be a troll too. You got one more. You got one more. Hey, you got one more comment like that. You out of here, Bucko. Oh no, you put that in there twice. Oh no, bro, you out of here. But I answered your question. No, I do not. Oh man, QB, I want more of it. I want. Listen. That's why. Like, listen. That's why I want TV to start the last 2 games. Because look, bro, we can't play for the ACC championship game. Um, I don't care. I want TV to go out there unemotional. And I want TV to go out there and say, hey, Brashard, get open. Don't even be open. I'm throwing you the ball. I'm throwing you the ball. I'm throwing you the ball. Ellen said, hear me out. What if TVD win the game? Hey, Ellen, I'll be happy. I'll be happy if TVD win the game. QB said, I think TVD feared the safety at top while looking at it. Oh, I don't know. Machine Fitness. Shout out. No, I don't know who Conan Gray is. Given who Mario has proven himself to be, why do you believe he would turn this around? It hasn't been for a lack of talent. The U has had more talent than FSU for the past 3. You know, Machine, I'm so glad you said that. Let me answer the first part. I, I may sound negative. I don't know if he'll turn around. I'm not in that brigade. Nothing I've seen from Mario Cristobal. And when you say turn around, like what are we talking about? National championship? Like, I mean, it's possible. I mean, Ed Orgeron won a championship. A lot of guys have won, so I don't know. But that last part, bro, we're more talented than FSU is. I don't think people understand it. We are more talented than FSU is. On our roster, we have more talent. I looked at Fincher Cypress. Fincher Cypress was a 3-star coming in. Obviously, he was a 4-star when he transferred. But it's like, bro, we got better talent than FSU got. So that's why I was like, everybody talking about the gap is closing. What do you mean the gap is closing? Yeah, the gap from FSU catching us, yes, that gap has closed. Because just look at how much more talented we were than FSU in 2020. They have closed the gap. Now they've used transfer portal players to close the gap, but the gap been closed. But no, we're more talented than FSU is. We are. Now, will we stay more talented over the next 2 or 3 years? It's a lot. A lot is going to depend on it. But I mean, machine fitness. That first part of the question, you got to ask somebody that believes in Mario. You know, I'm answering it from a biased position. I'm trying to be as objective as I can be by saying that he can luck into a national championship. Like that's not hard to do. I mean, it is, but it's not. He don't discriminate our players, and that no, he don't discriminate. That's one thing about TVD. He don't discriminate. And Ellen, that was his chance to redeem himself, and he blew it. Pilo, he did. Pilo, he did redeem himself. He said, I'm gonna throw it to Brashard." TVD ain't changing plays. Bruh, you think TVD ain't gonna change it? Listen, hey, first play of the game, first offensive possession. I want Shannon Dawson to call like the little corner route where he throw it to where like X or somebody get the ball. You know what I want TVD to do? Check it down. She checked that thing down. I know y'all may say I'm being wrong because it's like kind of sabotaging, but look, that ain't as worse as some of y'all saying TVD shaving points. I want TVD to come in the game, pause, and listen. I want Jacoby Jones to be wide open. As much as I love Jacoby Jones, I want him to be wide open. I want TVD to look at him, see that he open, and go throw the ball and check it down. I want TVD to do. I want TVD to do that, bro. Hey, we deserve this. I'm gonna tell you why we deserve it. I'm gonna tell you, it's something that Streeter said. Street said that the coaching staff felt like, you know what, we're gonna move in the direction of Emory gonna finish the season, and that didn't work out. So this is what we get. So I want TVD to go out there. What they say is receivers running wide open all the time. Cool. Check it down. Check it down. Check it down. Jacoby got anger issues. Jacoby do like he got anger issues. For real, though. What about T2Y? Brother Jay, I don't like Conan Gray. All I know is I'm tired of Coach Hayes doing these goddamn Colorado shows. Coach Hayes about that shmoney now. He about that shmoney. Coach Hayes live right now, though, ain't he? I'm probably gonna get off here. I gotta go check out Coach Hayes. Mario got, that's another reason I like Mario. Like I said, Mario got Coach Hayes fired, man. Coach Hayes could be working his way up the coaching tree right now. Coach Hayes could be a big time defensive coordinator or something right now. But no, doggone Mario Cristobal coming and got dog Coach Hayes get hot. I don't have a problem with CU show. I just can't take Ellen, I know what you about to say. Momentum. Ellen, type it in the chat. Type momentum in the chat. Ellen, type momentum in the chat. Put the hashtag in front of it. Hashtag momentum in the chat. Oh, man. I agree more. Yeah, we got more talent. QB, I want to pull my hair out when he speaks. Hey, that's Tyler Perry for you. It was a winnable game. Yeah, it was a winnable game. And to be honest, freshman quarterback or not, Like I said it in my live. I said it in my live. I said I'm not just going to concede victory to Florida State. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that because it's a rivalry game. Anything can happen. So basically, Tyler is ungrateful. Better be glad he at least ain't threw it to X. I mean, listen, when he checked in the game, that's the first person he threw it to, and X dropped it. Bro, it's so bad. Bro, think about this though. All jokes aside, think about this. X was working on a season where he was at least at the bare minimum was gonna catch 80 passes, 1,000 yards, maybe 7, 8 touchdowns. Ellen, yo, Ellen, Ellen. I'm about to remove that comment. I'm about to remove that comment. That ain't what I asked you to put. I asked you to put momentum. I didn't ask you to put that in there. I'm about to remove that comment. I promise I'm about to remove it. Oh my God. Hey, but like I said, Philo, he did throw it to X. X dropped it. He dropped the ball. And TVD said, all right, well, got that out the way. Kobe. Boom, boom, boom. Roll out. X, you open. Gotcha. Hey, you know what would have been better? If TVD would have no-looked that thing. Bro, TVD would have no-looked that thing. Stick raw. Shy, you don't want to see JB? No. No. No, I don't want to. No, I don't. I don't want to see JB. The reason I don't want to see JB, I'm gonna be serious for a moment. The reason I don't want to see JB is because it's not fair to JB. Because the thing about it is that the game plan, while we sit here and we can say that the game plan that Shannon Dawson they incorporated for Emory Williams against Clemson, we could run that same game plan against LSU. Against Louisville. That's not JB can do that, but I think that takes away some of what JB can do that TVD and Emory can't do, which is he can run the ball. So no, I don't really want to. I don't really want to see JB, to be honest, because I think they made their intentions felt. When you get in a post game presser and you say stuff such as he's improving, we had intentions to get him in the game, and I think Shannon Dawson said, at no point did he see that he didn't see a need to put Jakari in the game. And it's like, bro, what do you mean? The man is 8 for 23. What you mean you don't see a need to put him in the game? You know what I'm saying? So, no, I don't want to see JB because to me, if JB gets in the game, at this point, and I may be wrong for saying this, but at this point, if JB gets in the game, I feel like that the play calling could put him in a situation where it may not be beneficial to him. Kind of like when Washington had RG3 and RG3 had that injury and they still wanted RG3 to do RG3 things when they knew RG3 couldn't do those things. So I wouldn't want to see JB in that situation. I don't, because they made this bed, let them lay in it. You know what I'm saying? Let them lay in it. So that's how I feel about it, Stick Raw. But in a better situation, yeah, I would love to see JB in the game. But no, I want to see TVD. I want to see TVD. Since TVD reads the messages and the chats and watches all these live shows for all the content creators, TVD, for your boy, I need you to throw a no-look pass while you rolling to the right side. Or while you rolling. No. No, you know what? I'm going to tell you what's better. I want you to roll to the left. I want you to roll to the left, TVD. I want you to throw a no-look pass back across the middle of the field. F it. Somebody there. F it. Somebody there. Coach Hayes said that our problem on offense is the system, which is ran through X's position, but besides the clear. Oh, Pete, we've all said that. QB brought that to my attention. And someone else brought that to my attention. And and Brett Rashad's clearly the better player. And so once I realized that, I was like, okay, this is the offense. He might as well leave then, hate to say it. Oh, there's rumblings that he probably will leave. It's some rumblings. But I'm gonna get out of here, man. I've been in here over 2 hours. I appreciate y'all rocking out with me, man. Got my first troll. I feel honored. I hate I couldn't have got my first troll on 823 though. Hey, you know what? I'm going to Coach Hayes' chat and I'm gonna spam 823. 823 has been declared every Wednesday in Tallahassee. Okay, we gotta celebrate it. We gotta get some 1738. We gotta commemorate that, right? 823. Season already over. LOL. F it. Stick raw, yeah, F it. TVD, roll to the left, no look that thing back across the middle. Cause think about the TVD. TVD, you can go out there and throw 5 interceptions. You're not gonna get pulled out the game. Not that I'm hoping TVD. Just subscribe, bro. Didn't know you had a channel. I appreciate it, Stick, bro. Appreciate it. Hope you you know what I'm saying. Hope you enjoying the humor. I'm serious and humorous at the same time. Come on, Pilo, let's go. Yeah, we going. See y'all. Yeah, we going. Yeah, we going on there. We putting 823 in the chat. But anyway, man. My last thoughts. I think Louisville. All jokes aside, I think we could play Louisville kind of the same way that we played against maybe like Clemson and Virginia and NC State. Well, not necessarily not NC State, but Virginia. I think it's a situation where we could probably try to control the line of scrimmage with our run game, try to limit TVD's exposure to their defense, and we could probably grind out a win. You know what I'm saying? We could grind out a win. I know they're ranked ninth in the playoff ranking, but I really don't take, I really can't take Louisville that seriously. But I think it should be a good game. I think we can win the game with TVD though, honestly. But if we don't win and TVD don't throw a no-look pass across the middle while he rolling to the left, I'm gonna be upset. But anyway, man, like, share, subscribe, comment, tell a friend to tell a friend. I'm out.